Welcome, everyone, to the Commentary Podcast. I am your host, Pat Brennan.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another special episode of Weekly Film News. I am here with my co-host, Tony. Tony, how's your new year been so far?
Hey man, happy 2026.
It's 2026.
I know. It's been a good start to the year. Honestly, probably like my favorite start to the year. What about you, man? Anything
It's
up to anything fun?
it's been good. Someone on this podcast
Oh,
may have visited LA.
someone may have visited LA for a whole ass week. For our listeners, I went to LA to visit my best friend and we just killed it. We did a bunch of the things that we enjoy together and just kind of brought in the new year together. What was your favorite part of hanging out?
I know it's weird seeing you now, like just on a screen because you were
I know,
standing in
man.
front of me not too
I
long ago.
know. It was great hanging out.
The best, I would obviously just hanging out and everything, and us just being in LA and hanging out. But I think seeing Catch Me If You Can, 35 millimeter
Yeah.
with our friend Paul, that was great. That
Shout out
was a
to
great time.
Paul, listener of the pod. Got to meet in person. Yeah, I like that you brought that screening up. For me, man, I'm getting goosebumps talking about it right now. That Marty Supreme 70 mil, that whole day was just so beautiful. I've always wanted to go to an AMC. Always have wanted to see a special print of a film. We saw the Odyssey trailer right before. It was New Year's
Mhm.
Day. Hung out with your family, and it was a beautiful day. And it took me a while to figure out whether or not I liked Marty Supreme, but on the other side of it, I'm like, hell yeah, man, way to go to that whole team. I've been blasting that score like nonstop.
Yeah, it was your first 70 mil, right? First
Yeah,
70.
yeah. I kind of dipping my toes into the different formats that are being rolled out this year, and I'm excited to talk about them with today's film news.
So we're doing a little something different for the film news today.
Hmm.
We're going to be choosing our 10 most anticipated movies of 2026. We compiled a really big list, I would say. Actually, like a really, really big list. But,
Yeah.
and to just kind of start off from the top, these are just movies that already have release dates that are coming out in
Hmm.
2026. There's going to be movies, obviously, in the festival circuits that haven't been bought yet, that we don't know when they're coming out. There's movies being currently filmed that could possibly be coming out at the end of the year. That could be nominated for Best Picture. I don't know. But
Yeah.
just so our listeners know, this is just a big list of things that do have a release date that are set for 2026. A lot of them have been completed. They're just waiting to be released. If we don't mention some things or you're like, oh, really? They're excited for that. We had to choose from like basically a lot of blockbuster movies here and sequels.
I'd say for like our listeners, like obviously guys, like there's one that Pat wants to talk about. There's one that I want to talk about. I obviously want to talk about Greg Araki's On Winter Sex. That's only
Mhm.
premiering at Sundance in like a month. We're not going to see that until September. I'm not about to, drop all this lore about like us going to watch this in a special experience or anything like that because we can't yet. That film hasn't
Mhm.
been bought yet. We'll see it when it comes out, but I feel like these most anticipated our list are films like we are going to plan together to go see. We are going
Mhm.
to go check them out, talk about them right before, and then, we'll be those guys that are sitting in front of the theater talking about the movie for like 2 or 3 hours and getting coffee after. But I
Uh,
like our list. I'm proud of it.
as we look through this list, like there's going to be some we don't mention. Like Avengers Doomsday is obviously a huge thing coming out, but we didn't put it in our top 10 because it's just kind of, I mean, it's just another Marvel movie to us at this point. I feel like it's just, uh,
Sorry, MCU fans.
sorry, MCU, we have Spider-Man, Brand New Day on here. Like we had it's just like a big list here. Supergirl. I feel like we kind of steered more away from, we do have sequels and stuff on here and other stuff, but
Yeah.
kind of less blockbuster superhero kind of stuff we left off the list. We have Star Wars on here. Like these are all coming. Devil Wears Prada 2, Moana, Super
Yeah.
Mario Galaxy, Mortal Kombat 2, Jumanji 3 or 4. We still don't know which one it is. And then we have like and then Godzilla minus zero yesterday actually
Yo,
just got a
yeah.
release date. So
Yeah.
that is coming out in 2026. It's not going to be in our top 10, but I am excited for Godzilla minus zero. I don't know about if Tony is.
I'm also excited for dude. You throw me under the bus like that. I was before we dig into this episode, I was gonna say, should we let our listeners know the cryptic posts we posted on Christmas Day?
Oh, maybe we
Yeah,
should.
be a little nugget to put in right before our
hmm
list.
Starting next week, we're going to be kicking off a new series on the pod, and is the Millennial Icon series. It's going to
Millennial
be
Icon
movies
series.
from the 90s and 2000s that I feel like everybody grew up on, you know? And I think our first episode, I'm not going to say what it is yet, but it's going to be a banger. We have a lifetime of knowledge, is a hint of the film that's coming.
I'm
And it's going to
trying not to
be
say it
iconic.
in like the tone and like the way it's said. Dude, I'm gonna get Capri Suns, Doritos, fruit snacks. It's gonna be a vibe. I'm so excited to do this for our listeners, with our listeners. Who knows if it's just something that we continue out to the entire year.
I think it's going to be
But
years long project.
dude, I'm so excited. This is just something for people our age, kind of a way to, be a little kid again and kind of escape from everything that is going
Mhm.
on in the world.
A lot going on, a lot of dark stuff going on. But
Yeah.
as always, we'll be continuing the classic cinema series on there, and as well as kicking off a new director series, which we have just announced is Michael Mann. So be on the lookout for those episodes. It's going to be fun.
I'm
We're gonna
excited
have a
for you and the boys
great
to
year
get
on
back
there,
into it.
hitting Michael Mann, the Michael Mann. So before we kick into our top 10 list, we just wanted to each put one honorable mention that didn't make our top. It's one that we're both kind of individually excited for and more, I think. So Tony, what's your first or your honorable mention, I guess, not your first honorable mention, your honorable mention.
My honorable mention is going to be Resident Evil, directed by Zach Kreger. Obviously, being, I guess, like the horror guy and out of
hmm
us two, is it's mine. Man, I'm just so excited to see Austin Abrams on the screen again, and then of course
hmm
Kreger right behind him directing him. A year right after Weapons is crazy. We're still in the very beginnings of award season, so we'll see what happens for Amy Madigan. But yeah, Kreger will probably go this like alternate route with the material from Resident Evil, like the game. Who knows? Who knows if like diehard fans are gonna like be like, oh, this is awesome, or like, it's not for me.
hmm
But it could, like the way that I see it is like Kreger could like potentially set up sequels and like other stories, kind of like an anthology thing in that Resident Evil world. I think like a lot of people are curious to see if he has that same energy he does with weapons with like other projects. I mean,
hmm
obviously we saw, I mean, in both Barbarian and Weapons that he brings a lot of his roots over from The Whitest Kids You Know. Is
hmm
it The Whitest Kids You Know, right? Am I
Yeah.
remembering that
What is
right?
kids
It
you
sounds
know?
so weird. It's such a crazy name, but he carries a lot of that comedy into the horror to cut that like tension. And I just
hmm
love that all these directors have like a signature, like even Jordan Peele, and I love that that's his signature. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like every movie adaptation of Resident Evil has not been received very well. Maybe I guess the first one people said was kind of like the game. And then I had the one that came out, what, like 3 years ago? It was like Welcome to Raccoon City or something that I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
was like also very well received. So I'm
Hmm.
curious. He did say it's going to be more about the game, but I think he said he's not keeping the main characters of the game, but it's the same game vibe. I don't know. I'm
Same world.
curious. I'm really only ever played like one Resident Evil game, like I don't know, 20
Mm.
years ago. So I'm not too well versed. So Krager's a great director, man. After Weapons, like I think he's getting blank checks for horror movies right now. So he's probably gonna be doing whatever he wants to do.
Dude, I'm excited for that Barbarian sequel. I heard over the holidays we were like both kind of looking at some film news, like not really doing much,
hmm
but we saw that there was rumors that there was a Criterion
Oh
release coming
yeah.
out for
hmm
Barbarian, and I was like, what?
Yeah, I think with one of the producers on it kind of let it slip that
Yeah.
Criterion is interested for it to come physical format. So we'll see. That'd be
I'll be
very
at my
interesting
Barnes and
Criterion
Noble being
release.
like, open the door right now.
We'll be wearing shirts.
What about you, man? What was your honorable mention for our
So
list?
I went the entire opposite route of horror and
Okay.
chose
Okay.
Sense and Sensibility is getting a remake, which I thought it was a TV series for the longest time, which I don't know why. Also, the movie that just came out this week on Netflix, People Meet on Vacation, I thought that was a TV series the
I thought
entire
that was a
time too.
series too, man.
And I was like, wait, it's a movie? But it is Sense and Sensibility, mainly because of Daisy Edgar Jones in it. I love Daisy Edgar
Uh,
Jones. I think she is the perfect actor to be in like a period piece. Sense and Sensibility is like a they make this movie every 20 years. I feel like they just redo it. And I feel like you can with like Jane Austen. It's Jane Austen, right? I think it's Jane Austen. But you can do it with these period kind of
mm.
pieces. Just keep remaking them every 20 years. I mean, why not? Wuthering
I mean,
Heights has like 5 movies and they're making another Wuthering Heights this year. Like comes out in like a month. So
if it's a good story and a good script, why not? I feel like we were talking about like Shakespeare and how his stories just get like blended and fused, or
Mhm.
genders are swapped. I mean, they just did it with Hedda. Nia DaCosta just did it with Hedda, not Shakespeare, but a stage play, really popular play. But it's really cool to see how adaptations look through other people's eyes, because I'm sure like whenever you read, like, say for example, like Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, I see that whole world differently than you do. And then like so
Mhm.
and then the film as well, like Columbus saw that differently. It's cool to see people's takes on films. And
Mhm.
I like yours. We're gonna have to go watch that.
I'm just curious. I like period pieces. I'm a big
Yeah?
period piece guy. I like them.
Yeah.
I like them.
Big history
So
buff.
big history guy. And I don't know how like accurate there's history like the history is to it, but yeah, I'm
Mm.
I'm excited. I think Daisy Edgar Jones is she has a lot coming out. I think this year and next year she signed on to a
Yeah.
lot. I think she signed on to another movie yesterday. I saw actually too. So she's working, and yeah, I'm excited to see it. I actually have the 4K of the 90s version right behind me, right in that box set right there.
Nice.
Kate Winslet got her first Oscar nom for that, for
Dude,
supporting
remember
actor.
whenever we saw that at Amoeba and it was like $100?
Oh yeah, I was like, it's out of print, but you can get it for cheaper. Don't worry. So with that, I say we get into our 10 most anticipated movies of this year. It's
Let's
2026.
do
We
it,
gotta
man.
get anticipated. Now I'll
Let's
also
do it.
say I don't think this is like an actual like 10 to 1. We kind of just put them just in an order of 10 to 1. But first up, we are excited question mark to watch The Social Reckoning coming from Aaron Sorkin. I think we both are kind of in the same boat as in like Fincher's not coming back and
Mm,
Eisenberg's not coming back, and they obviously
yeah.
recasted Zuckerberg role. I think it's Jeremy.
Yeah.
I think it's Jeremy Strong is playing
It's
Mark
Jeremy
Zuckerberg
Strong
now.
playing Zuckerberg.
And Fincher does have Cliff Booth. I guess he passed on this to direct the Adventures of Cliff Booth coming out, which I don't know when that has a
Yeah.
release date for.
Yeah.
And Sorkin he's an interesting director, I'll say, because
Mm.
he writes really good screenplays. I mean, I think his
Mm.
first screenplay was A Few Good Men, and he has the iconic line of "You can't handle the truth." And Sorkin obviously wrote The Social Network. We are excited for this because we love The Social Network, but when you don't see like Fincher coming back, it does give you hesitation. But I think the main thing is we're excited to see Mikey Madison back on the big screen.
Yeah,
What are your thoughts?
man.
What are your thoughts?
Just like in the same note or in the same vein, I think this year I'm going to be talking a lot about like colors and tones and like trying to get a
Hmm.
little bit more like creative with it. So both of us aren't like really thrilled about Fincher and Eisenberg returning. On that same topic of like, I am a little excited to see what Jeremy Strong brings to the role. Like, Succession was
Hmm.
awesome. He really played into that like bratty like son of a CEO or son of like
Hmm.
a business owner so well. Either way, like it's gonna be in that within that same tone, like the same blues, the same it's in that same world of like the social network, and I'm excited to see his take on that. I'm actually really excited to see Mikey right out of the gate, her first project since winning Best Actress for Nora. I've been really anticipating what she's going to be doing next, and I think she picked a good role. Just recently saw her do I believe it was an ad for Dior. Her hair looks amazing. It fits that tone of she's about to like sound off
Hmm.
on a big business owner or something like that. And it's gonna be like this meta courtroom drama. And it's cool that you brought up Aaron Sorkin's A Few Good Men. Like you can't handle the truth, because I feel like there's gonna be a big moment like that in this film
Oh
that's gonna
yeah.
be cut and edited to pieces, thrown on TikTok, thrown on Twitter, thrown on
Hmm.
Instagram, and people are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, this rips, this bangs," and like put Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross's original soundtrack for The Social Network in there. Which, by the way,
Hmm.
like it'd be cool for them to return to this film. It might help paint that tone of the
Yeah.
original, and like the casuals that go out to see this are probably gonna be like, "Oh, that feels like it was kind of like a good sequel to what the original was." And
Hmm.
if they do that, they got a solid movie.
I'm hoping they come back for it. I think they
Same,
will. I mean, that was
same.
like, I think what they won Oscars, I think, for that
Mm-hmm.
score. I feel like they will come back for it. I mean, I feel like every score that they do, you're just like, dude, this is fucking incredible.
Need the vinyl for it. Need the vinyl. Need the vinyl.
But yeah, I think if they can keep the same tone as, obviously it's not gonna, I don't think it's visually gonna look like a Fincher film, but if you can keep that same tone of what the Social Network did, because on paper when that movie came out, I was even like, who gives a Facebook movie? Like, who cares? And you watch it, and you're like, dude, this movie is fucking incredible. I do really like the
Yeah.
title, The Social Reckoning. I think it is a book, the book title. It sounds like we're kind of like dogging on it a little bit, but I think it's more of like we're curious to see how Aaron Sorkin makes a sequel to a movie that is very, very popular now. And he has a really good cast. They've been filming for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I think they might already be done filming.
Yeah.
He's got Academy Award winner in there. So, and other two are Academy, Jeremy Allen White's in it as well. It's going to be interesting. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be obviously rewatch The Social Network before going to see it. I think it's a late year release. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure they're trying to get a lot of Oscar noms for it, but we'll see.
We shall Sydney Sweeney. What?
We shall see. So that brings us to number 9 on the list, and that is a sequel to a movie that came out in 2019, and that is Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. How excited are you for this? Comes out in like 3 months,
On
right?
a
2 months?
scale of, well, they actually bumped up the release date, and that's always a good sign, right? In the box office,
Hmm.
they're like, man, we got to get this out as soon as possible. It might disrupt a little bit of their marketing schedule, or trailer releases. Like they might double up and be on the same day as something else that was supposed to be like big for that day. But yeah, it got bumped up. And I'm really excited. I know you're a little bugged by that film title, and it always cracks me up. I always like bringing it up. Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. Pat wants Ready or Not, Here I Come, guys, for his
Yep,
Blu-ray collection
I
platinum.
do. I
But
do.
yeah, no, I'm really excited for Radio Silence to put a film out in 2026. I think it's gonna be fresh. I think that these guys are about to showcase why they were asked to do the Mummy reboot. I mean, this is kind of a pipe dream right here, just considering like everything that's gone on in like the last 2 or 3 years. But fingers crossed for a Melissa Barrera cameo, huh?
That'd be
Or
cool. That'd be cool.
a tie into Abigail 2024. I don't know if it's a spoiler or not, but if you haven't seen Abigail yet, there's a portrait in this mansion with one of the family members from Ready or Not. So it was just a cool
Could
little
be.
Easter egg, and I know that not a lot of people have seen Abigail, man, and they need
Hmm.
to.
Abigail's underrated. I like that movie a
Fucking
lot.
love it. If you're new to the Ready or Not film, that first one is so fun. This one is kind of, I think it happens like the day or the night, like the few nights after. She's just thrown right back into it. I'm really excited to see Catherine, I believe it's Catherine Newton.
Hmm. Catherine Newton, yeah.
Catherine Newton return. She was supposed to go to Frightmare whenever we went last year, but she was filming this, and
Hmm.
it was a good payoff, because now we get to see her in another film. Since I'm bringing her up, over the holidays she was seen at Disneyland with a Doomsday set hat. I don't know if you
Ooh,
knew this or not.
I did not know that. I mean,
No,
she's
I
in
mean,
Ant-Man Quantumania, right? That was her
yeah,
other film.
she's an Ant-Man Quantumania, all of our favorite films. No, yeah, to stay on this one, what do you think? What do you think that they got a good franchise here?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great pairing having Samara Weaving and Catherine Newton together playing sisters. I feel like people have been kind of fan casting that for a while now,
Oh yeah.
and they finally had it. And you have Sarah Michelle Gellar coming in. My favorite casting in this is David Cronenberg is in this movie.
Yeah, Cronenberg's
Like,
in this movie, guys. Yeah, man. It just feels, like I said, it feels fresh. I can't wait to see them, potentially. knock it out with like a 1-2 punch sequel, or
Hmm.
potentially like, pass the torch to Catherine and do another one where she's like trying to kill this entire family that does these crazy ass games.
Hmm. Yeah, I love Ready or Not. I think it's a really underrated like horror comedy in the past
Hmm.
like 10 years. Still feel like a lot of people haven't seen that, and that's probably why they're doing Ready or Not 2, just so people know, hey, this is a sequel. You should go watch
Yeah.
the first one. I think it's great that they have Catherine Newton coming in. She's a pretty underrated actor. I don't know if you've definitely seen Freaky, right? Is that what it's called? Freaky?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Freaky.
Mhm.
Dude, she carried that. Vince, and of course, it's Vince Vaughn, right? He meets her in the
Yeah.
middle. They play each other. I love that you brought that one up because, like,
Hmm.
hell yeah, that is a
Like
really
it
good
came out
one.
during COVID, I think. So like again, not a
Yeah.
lot of people saw it. Like, I think they literally just like released the Blu-ray. They're like, here you go.
One
Like,
of my
I
favorite
thought it was great.
characters. One of my favorite characters in that one. I believe they've transitioned since that film's release. So I'll use they just to be safe. They play a gay character in the film, plays it up so good, and is like right up next to Vince Vaughn and Catherine Newton. It's a good one. If you haven't seen Freaky yet, check it out.
Highly recommend that one. It's really and again, it's like that same vibe of that
Yeah,
horror comedy vibe that it
it's
works.
funny and scary.
It works. Yeah, I'm really excited for this. I think it's going to be great. And it
Heck yeah,
does
man.
show a little promise that sometimes when a studio moves up a release date, that means they're more confident in it, that it's going to play
Hmm.
well. But sometimes they're doing it to shift around other major releases. I think Project Hail Mary is around that time. But again, totally different movie. Horror
Yeah,
always sells. Samara Weaving's coming back. And I think the people that have seen the original Ready or Not love it. So they're probably really excited for this. And we're
yeah.
excited for this. And we don't have to wait too long to see it. So it's gonna be great.
Be great.
So that brings us to number 8 on our list, and it is a sequel. This is the 5th film in this franchise, which starting in the 90s, I don't think anyone thought they'd be making 5 of these, but it is Toy Story 5. It is coming from director Andrew Stanton and McKenna Harris. I think Stanton did 4, I believe. I think he did the 4th one. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I know he's been working in Pixar for a while. I am curious. I think the main it's kind of like the social reckoning. It's like it's not a gripe, but it's a confusion of how did Woody get back here? And obviously it's going to be addressed, but to me it seems like they're somewhat kind of rewriting Toy Story 4 to be like that was like a dream state. Anyway, here's
Yeah,
Toy Story
yeah.
5.
Like a dream sequence or something. I want to call it Toy Story Cinco so bad. I'm gonna call
Yeah.
it that for the rest of the
Toy Story
year.
3.5. This is Toy Story 3.5.
Yeah, so whenever we were like hanging out, we were just like, dude, we just need something light to watch. We watched Toy Story 2. We were both on the freaking couch.
Masterpiece.
We were on the couch
Masterpiece.
like like crying during the Jesse sequence. Yeah, I saw a screen cap of Toy Story 5 earlier in the week, and it just looks so good. You showed me that Woody and Buzz one standing in the rain in Toy Story 4, and
Mm.
that dude, even that looked great. I mean, this just looks so incredible. I can only imagine what they have in store for fans of this big franchise now. On the 5th film, that's kind of crazy. The animators I feel like are like really really clever and like pop culture divas, which is a comp is as complimentary as can be, incorporating like the camera styles. You taught me like what a Dutch angle was and like dolly
Hmm.
zooms and everything. Like I feel like they are cinephiles is what I'm trying to say. It's like there's more of a kids film here. There's a lot of work that goes into these films, and it's like at the end of the day, like Pixar's the shit. They always know what's gonna hit. That's why I wanted to bring this like topic up of like what is this film trying to say just from the teaser and what we know so far from like the little nuggets of information. So it seems like they're going to be using that tablet, that lily pad, to tell this story of like technologies taking over the times kids use to play with toys. Just from experience, that's all we see now, right? I mean, that's all we see is
Hmm.
kids glued to
iPads
phones
and
and
yeah.
tablets. Back whenever things were simpler, back before, looking for my phone, I don't have it right now, but back before those bricks that we all carry in our pockets, like there was more wonder in the world. There's just a bigger topic to, it's a movie. I know they're like, Tony, shut the fuck up. It's a movie. Play pretend and imagination are like super fundamental for like developing kids' brains. I hope that, yeah, we're gonna about to watch a fun Toy Story movie, but also at the same time, like it really like gets people out there like to consider like maybe there's a lot more to life than these bricks that we carry around or just constantly consuming shit over and over and over again via media. It's just they know what they're doing is what I'm trying to say.
No, I think the plot of the movie is actually a pretty solid plot. Like you go to Disneyland, there's a kid crying, and what do? They throw an iPad in front of them or a phone and they stop crying. It's kind of sad. But I guess the more I think about it too, the introduction of like video games and television to younger generations growing up at those times were probably the same kind of vibe. Where it's like you have toys on the ground, but no, I want to watch this tube in front of me. I want to play video games instead of playing with my toys. So it is a really good plot, I think, of how do you get kids to actually be interested in playing with like their toys as opposed to just putting an iPad or a phone in front of them so they can play like Minecraft all day because
Mm.
they probably would rather do that. And I'm curious to see where they go with that story. If this is the last one, I don't know. I don't know if it will be. I mean, I thought Toy Story 4 would be the last one. Toy Story 3 has the most perfect ending. I guess you could have Toy Story 3, like that's the trilogy, and these are kind of just like spin-off movies that they wanted to
Yeah.
try. I am curious to see what they do with the story of Toy Story 4 with this one. Because I think, like I said, everyone was confused when they saw Woody back in, and they're like, wait a minute, didn't he leave?
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see maybe this takes place before 4. Maybe this takes place before it, and that's
Yeah,
why, and
yeah,
it
maybe
leads into that.
that's a good you picked up on that pretty good. That could be what happens. Who knows? I think it was either like Tim Allen or Tom Hanks that said that they would only return for these films if the script was good. So,
Hmm.
fingers crossed that guys, the script might be really, really good. And we are so excited for Toy Story 5.
We both love this franchise. I mean, I think I even have Toy Story 4 at like 5 stars. I know people are probably like, why do you have that at 5 stars? I guess if I rewatch the fourth one, maybe I'll be a little more critical. But the first three are perfect. There's nothing wrong. They're perfect films. Toy Story 2, best one, by the way. Best one, Toy Story 2.
I
Uh,
guess for our listeners, which toy do you think you're the most like pilled?
I feel
Like
like
which one are
I'm
you the most?
I feel like I'm probably Woody because I'm just neurotic, and Woody just he's just neurotic.
He's like, give me that.
Uh,
I would say for me, I am definitely Rex.
oh well, we tried.
Oh well, we tried. No, it's just like the anxiety, the constant anxiety and like wanting to
Mhm.
know the plan. Like, okay, guys, what are we doing?
Yeah. Toy Story 5, it's going to be a huge hit. I mean, Toy Story is a massive franchise. You go to any Disney park, you're going to see Toy Story stuff there. It's going to be a big movie.
I do think it's cool. We're two guys in our 30s on a podcast
Hmm.
talking about Toy Story. I think there's something beautiful about that carrying, from our childhood all the way to now. I think about Toy Story 3 and that whole sequence. We're talking about Toy Story the entire rest of the time, guys. Sorry.
Yeah. Actually, it's just a Toy Story pod now.
I mean, maybe we should run these, Let us know if you think
Hmm.
we should. But there's like that whole sequence in 3 whenever they're at the landfill. Dude, I was a fucking mess. I was a
Yeah.
mess. And then like, speed up all the way to like the last 10 minutes of the film. And I was like, that's what Toy Story has always been about, is like the wonder and joy of being a child. And I was like,
Mm.
you know what? I'm gonna fucking rock Toy Story the rest of my life. I don't care. I don't fucking care. I will be a 58-year-old man going to see Toy Story. I don't care.
I mean, we both had Toy Story on VHS growing up. We had
Yeah.
it, and Toy Story 3 came out in the summer of me going to college. So I was the same age as like Andy going off. So it did really hit hard in the theater when I saw that. I
Dude.
was seeing with my mom too, and she couldn't even look at me at the end of the movie
Dude,
because
you
she
know
just
what? Maybe we don't have to ask our listeners. Let's just run Toy Story for us, man.
Oh, I'm so down. I'm so down. So that brings us to number 7 on the list. I'm going to try and pronounce this. I think that how Robert Eggers wants me to pronounce this, and that is Werewolf.
You did great, man. You did
Werewolf.
great.
And is
Oh.
but those don't know what I'm talking. It's I assume werewolf coming from Robert Eggers. and starring Corey Matthews. Oh, Boy Meets World reference there. I think we're both we love Eggers. I think we just love Eggers, and that dude just needs to make period pieces that take place in the 800s, and we'll be good to go for the rest of our lives, I think.
Dude, did you know that Chris Columbus actually produced Nosferatu? I just found that out
Hmm.
like the other day.
He's been producing a lot more stuff lately. I mean, him and like past Harry Potter, his like directing kind of was like, like I think he made like Pixels or whatever. And you're like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever. But he's been producing a lot still for a long time. And you look at, you're like, oh, Chris Columbus produced Nosferatu, like, and he's just like, yeah, he's like in the Blu-ray. He's like, yeah, just talking about it. Like, oh, Chris Columbus, man.
Dude, he probably saw Nosferatu from Eggers and was like, you know what? Let me tap back into this shit. He's like, let me
Hmm.
do a Gremlin sequel.
Hmm.
Yeah, so Eggers, Gothic horror, it hits, it sells. The rewatchability on his films is incredible. What Eggers was able to do with Nosferatu was like brilliant. He developed the backstory for the characters, built an entire village and castle. The viewer never asked any questions. They're not having to ask their partner or their friend next to them, like, oh, like where are they right now? Like he leaves everything on the screen and it's all right there. And yeah, I'm excited for Aaron Taylor Johnson to be back for another Eggers film, and I think Lily Rose Depp as well. I mean, of course, it's going to be heavy on the sex, heavy
Yeah.
on the lore of like werewolves and what that all looks like in Eggers' eyes. And I want to see him tackle, honestly, like I want him to pull a Nia DaCosta or a Greta and like do some IP. Like seeing an Eggers Harry Potter film would be fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
That'd be
Be
sick. That'd
so
be
dark.
sick.
But I'm
I
excited for Werewolf as well.
And I think I don't know if Anya Taylor-Joy was supposed to be in this and as well. And they had Lily Rose. Lily Rose Depp was, I think, fantastic in Nosferatu.
We talked about
And
this over the break.
mhm,
Yeah, I was
and
like, would you have been able to see Micah do that? And you're like, honestly, no, I don't
I
think
don't
so.
know. It just looks
Yeah,
like a different role. And
yeah.
Aaron Taylor Johnson was in Nosferatu. It's and Willem Dafoe, like he has, and Ralph Ineson's always been working with Eggers for like since The Witch. He's got his like troupe of people that he likes to work with, which is
Mm-hmm.
great. That shows that to me, whenever you see that, it shows that this person is good to work with. As in, these people keep coming back because they want to work with this guy. They know
Absolutely.
they know he has his shit. And
Yeah, that's
I've
good
loved
material.
every one of his films. I think The Northman is fucking incredible. I know a lot of people aren't as high on The Northman as some people. Like I think they think The Witch is probably his best, and Witch is fantastic. That's what kind of sparked Anya Taylor-Joy's career was The Witch.
Mm-hmm.
I love The Northman. I think it's like when I see Joe Wright try to make a non-period piece. I'm like, Joe, what are you doing? Just go back and make Pride and Prejudice again. Like, what are you doing? Where are you going? No, go back that way. Go back that way. So, I mean, it would be interesting to see him like tackle an IP. Imagine like a Robert Eggers like Star Wars movie. That'd be kind of wild. Like, I don't know. He'd probably be like, absolutely not. Am I making a Star
I would
Wars movie?
probably be scared of the Imperial, the Death Star again. No, like no doubt.
So I think there's been some set photos that have been released of this. I'm sure there's going to be a teaser summertime. I think this comes out Christmas Day this year.
Hmm.
So it'll be a nice Christmas watch with your family. It probably could jump up more. Again, this isn't like a set top 10 list. It's just kind of like 10 movies that we're looking forward to. It could drop up to like number 3 as we get closer to it. Be like, oh,
True.
I'm really excited to see this. That's Werewolf coming from Robert Eggers.
Ooh.
So number 6 on our list is the drama, and there has been a small teaser that has been released with Robert Pattinson and Zendaya. With Materialists last year, I don't know if it's going to be the same vibe, but I like that A24 is buying films that aren't strictly like gothic horror or
Hmm.
the moment coming out. I feel like those were the same vibe that they would always go for. The past year, they've had like Eddington, like they're trying to buy other projects that aren't strictly the same route. When they see an A24 logo, you're like, oh, this is going to be a weird movie. It's A24. I'm also very curious to see Zendaya. This is her first movie post Challengers, I think.
Hmm.
Her and Robert Pattinson are in 3 movies together this
Yep.
year.
Yeah,
Now, I don't know if they're going to be in the
they're
same
acting
scenes for a lot
buddies.
of these movies, but I don't know if they're
Yeah.
going to be in the same scenes for like the Odyssey or whatever. But
No,
I'm
they'll be
curious.
doing a lot of press together. Yeah, I think you're
Hmm.
right.
I'm curious just to see Zendaya post challengers, honestly. I'm curious because I know
Yeah.
she's got Spider-Man. She's been more like a blockbuster kind of person, and I kind of want to see her doing those challengers to the drama roles. What about you?
Yeah. Before we dig into it anymore, I want to introduce this, I guess, category of film to you that comes from something that I've picked up on as I get more into like what kind of film are we going to go see at the movies. Have you ever heard of the term wedding cake movie?
No, I don't think I
No?
have.
Okay, so let me kind of flesh it out for you. Think about Pretty Woman. Think about that
Hmm.
that exciting vibe, that
My
like,
best
oh,
friend's
like,
wedding, like
yeah,
that.
my best friend's wedding. Also Materialists, also
Hmm.
Crazy Rich Asians,
Mm.
wedding cake vibes. It's like
Yeah.
it's yummy, you know what you're going in for. You're in and you're out and you're like, yeah, yeah, I watched that. I think this is A24's wedding cake movie. It's kind of whenever you kind of know the premise. Like we've all been to a wedding. We've all had, ooh, like what's going on behind the curtain at the wedding. Like the
Hmm.
mother-in-law's mad at the bride to be, or like the
The
brother is,
drama.
yeah, the drama, literally. I mean, first of all, I'm so excited to see Zoe Winters cut through the thick air in this film. You know that's coming. It's like it's
Hmm.
all in the teaser. It's what the teaser is about. Like the teaser is like almost
Hmm.
like a short, and like Zoe's like, "Is everything okay?"
Yeah. You guys
It's gonna
okay?
be so good. I really like Zoe Winters. I really liked her in Materialist and Succession. I think she's able to demand the scene, and it's always cool whenever your co-star that isn't the lead is able to kind of like take the reins. Like
Match your level as an actor.
exactly, exactly. It's really cool to see, and it makes what's going on in the frame very interesting. Yeah, great casting already. I mean, this is going to be a fun vibe. I think it's going to be very challengers coded. The more that you're saying that, and while we're thinking about this film, I think it's going to be a good second film after Challengers for her. We both
Hmm.
love that one so fucking much. So, what do you think the drama is, just based off everything that we've been?
I think the drama is people talking about the drama of relationships. What you're going to see on the screen is what people perceive a dramatic, I wouldn't say hostile relationship, but like a dramatic marriage that isn't working. It's what you're perceiving. This is the drama. I don't know if that made any sense. It's like what the audience wants out of a dramatic marriage that isn't working. I think it's what
Okay.
that's the kind of vibe I'm getting from it.
Like
What
leading,
about
no,
you?
no, I get what you're saying for our listeners. Like you're saying that like going up to like the big day, like you're kind of like, oh wait, like I don't
Hmm.
know, like, and then
Like,
like for
yeah.
like people who are just listening to us, I'm like leaning away from like the microphone, like you're backing out of it. You're like, oh
Hmm.
wait, like
Yeah,
you're
you're
getting
watching
the ick.
these
You're
yeah,
getting
you're
the ick or
watching these
something.
people realize that in real time maybe they're not supposed to be doing this. And you as an
Yeah.
audience member want to see that. You want to feel uncomfortable. So, that's what I get from the drama. What about you?
For me, I think we're so lame and best friends coded. It's so crazy. It's just like the same thing. I think that there's going to be this overshare of information of something from like the past, or like
Hmm.
maybe like I don't know, like a political stance, or like a racially charged statement that they like say like off the cuff, like something very off the
Hmm.
cuff. I can't think of that thing right now because it's just that awkward, like to like hear like a loved one or a friend say something like that, and then you kind of go, do I really like this person? And
Mm.
then like you get creepy vibes like as you go in, and then thinking about that inside of an engagement, that would freak me the fuck out. I'm so ready for this movie. Give it to me
Hmm.
now.
Again, we don't have to wait long for it. It's coming out in a
Yeah,
few months. So
yeah.
we're excited to see the dramatic chops of Zendaya. See what I did there? That brings us to number 5 on the list, and that is The Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping. Francis Lawrence is coming back for this. I feel like we both like all of the films in this franchise. Maybe the last two of the main stories should have maybe been one movie, but that's like a separate conversation. The part one and
Yeah.
part two. I'm a Ballads and Songbird Snakes defender. I know a lot of people don't like that movie. I think it's pretty solid. It does feel like two different movies in one, but I got what they were going for. I think it's a solid movie.
You
I
are the
really
defender
like
of that
the
film. I love that.
I really like the look of this. It looks like it's a Midsommar like arena. I think it visually looks great. The cast is incredible. I think they really, like, whoever that casting director was, like, bro, you should be an Oscar nom next year for that casting because incredible casting. Yeah, I'm excited to see how they continue this franchise. And I know obviously it's been confirmed that Jennifer Lawrence and Josh Hutcherson will be coming back for, I would assume, a scene or two, be at the beginning or end of the film. I don't know. I didn't read the book. But yeah, what are your thoughts on the Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping?
I'd say the same. Like it was great ensemble casting. Right now I'm trying to remember if there was like an aspect ratio change in the teaser or if I'm just like remembering like having like a
Catching
false
Fire.
memory right now.
I think you're
Yes,
Catching
okay.
Fire.
Oh my God, that was so freaking cool to see in like an IMAX theater.
Mhm.
Yeah, everything looks like it's there. These films do well. I mean, yes, it is a little bit of a younger series as far as like book wise and everything, but anytime there's a story with a message that's like fuck the system, I'm all there. Like, and it's
Mhm.
so great. It's very commendable to this franchise that you've pulled out Jennifer Lawrence and Josh Hutcherson as your main characters, and you still have a solid franchise. Like, if anything,
Mhm.
there's some franchises out there that need to take notes. And I'm
Yeah.
specifically looking at a film that's coming out next month that we are probably not going to talk about at all. But yeah, maybe it's time to move on from the main characters.
Yeah,
You know,
you're
let
not
them
wrong.
rest. It was so funny over the holidays getting to tell you and your family about the fan name of Katniss and Peeta. I don't want. I'm not gonna say it. I got nervous.
I'll say it.
Okay,
It's
say
it's penis.
it. Oh man! At the end of the day, we were just little boys. Yeah, that's the couple name of Katniss and Peeta is penis. It's so funny. It was fun seeing that back on social media. It felt like the good old Tumblr days. But
Hmm.
yeah, when does this one come out again, Pat?
I believe the release date is end of this year. I keep saying next year. It's 2026.
I
End of this
know.
year. I think it's Thanksgiving time this comes out.
Oh,
So
great
usually
release
these
date.
are summer movies, so
Mm.
they're pushing it to a fall release date. So they have confidence that it's gonna do well over the holidays, and I think it will too. I think it's still a huge franchise, and people really liked this book. So curious to see how they adapt it to the screen.
It's not Twilight or Harry Potter, but something about a Hunger Games film coming out for Thanksgiving holidays makes it feel like 2012, man. It sounds
Hmm.
fucking awesome. I love it. I mean, it's gonna have great legs too. It's gonna that potentially be playing all the way up until
The new year.
Doomsday.
Yeah, the new year. Yeah. So that brings us to number four on this list, and it's a movie that comes out in a week. Comes out in 1 week, and that is 28 years later, The Bone Temple, coming from Nia DaCosta. That is a sequel to last year's 28 years later. Regular. There was no any of The Bone Temple. Just 20 years later, there is no Bone Temple.
Very quick.
Hmm.
What's the freaking word I'm trying to say? I can't think of it right now.
Turnaround, maybe.
Very quick turnaround. Yes, to be bookending a story or this part of the story. I think like 6 months later
I think they
was
shot these at the same time, I believe, or
mm-hmm.
like back to back.
It's exciting. Nia DaCosta. It's cool hearing her talk about Hedda, but at the end of the day, Nia DaCosta is a nerd just like us, and I
Hmm.
love it. She loves it too. It's cool to see her come out on the other side of the Marvels and still getting all of these amazing opportunities to work on stuff. You know, it just that just goes to show that that film. I mean, we reference it a lot. And we've talked about it a good 2 or 3 times, but that film got lost in the cut, and it had nothing to do with Nia DaCosta. I'm excited to see how they kind of close this chapter that's going on with these characters and continue it on for the next film. What about you?
I am too. I think there's already been some early screenings of this, and it's been very, very positive, which is a good sign for a January release to a sequel that
Mm-hmm.
came out a year before. And I think they've already kind of greenlit the third one that's going to have Cillian Murphy, and Cillian Murphy is going to be at the end of this movie. He's already confirmed that he's at the end of it. But yeah, I mean, it comes out in a week. We got another major release immediately. So
Yeah,
I'm excited for it. I know we both are. We need to rewatch 28 years later before, but
I'm
yeah,
down. Yeah.
I Nita Costa was just in the Criterion Closet. Another great video. She knows her shit. Like you said, the Marvels kind of was taken away from her, but her other work is great. I think she did a really good Candyman adaptation. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited. Ray Fine obviously coming back, and the huge dude is going to be back too. That's it was in 20 years later.
The
Um,
huge dude.
yeah, and I think
Oh, I know
it's
what you're
it's
talking
yeah.
about. Dude,
I
I
guess
remember I remember my friend Bella went viral online for it's like this shot of Willem Dafoe looking up like this, and
Mhm.
it's like the silhouette of a penis. And she was like, what did she say? Me watching 28 years later and I'm
Yeah. I know you're talking about the meme you're talking about of Willem Dafoe
Yes,
looking
man,
up.
dude. Man, those were the good days, man. Those were the good days. Just to close 28 years later, the Bone Temple. It's really cool to see a director jump from multiple genres and multiple
Mhm.
franchises and IP and just basically let their nerd flag fly. And I feel like there's a lot of filmmakers who are very weary of being like leaning into their nerd side. And
Mhm.
it's cool to see Nia DaCosta be like, I'm making films no matter what, and I'm gonna do whatever opportunity is in front of me and put my all into it. It's just cool to see someone like be themselves and not really give a shit about like what is gonna be said out there. I mean, I think about
Mhm.
Nia DaCosta said this in interviews, also Sydney Sweeney. I do bring her up a lot, maybe it's because like I'm an advocate for people who get ridiculed online for no reason at all whatsoever. In the sense of like that they're literally just people and they're at the end of the day they're just trying to do a job just like everybody else. But yeah, I think it's cool that she's doing the thing. She's doing the
Mhm.
shit.
Just doing this shit. Nita Costa, we're in your corner. We're in your
Heck yeah.
corner. So that brings us to our number third. We're entering the top three. I think these are
Oh
probably
shoot.
our top three, I would say. I don't
Hmm.
think these are probably going to move, but at number three, we have Dune Part Three. Denny's coming back to direct. The cast is pretty insane. Tony, how are you on the first two? Have you seen the Lynch one as well?
I haven't seen the Lynch one. I have seen the Villeneuve one and two.
One and two?
Yeah, yeah. I'm still new to the Dune franchise, but I know that these are heavy hitters for the Hollywood box office. They move mountains in Hollywood. And I think that's cool. I think I actually ran a marathon, my marathon on the same week that Dune 2 was released. So it took me a while to like get back into it. And I like both of them. I think I watched both at home and still I was like really, really like what is it immersed in that world. I liked it.
Hmm.
I need to watch those with you because you point out a lot of stuff to me that's happening in the film like that I don't pick up on, and that's why I like watching movies with you. I think it's cool to tell your people why you like watching movies with them. This is one half of Doomsday coming out on the box office calendar. I think it's great counter programming. I think that you're going to be seeing all four quadrants at the theater and you're going to be seeing people dressed up. And what
Hmm.
I wanted to bring up with Dune Part 3 was that these need to stay in the theaters for a good solid 2, maybe 3 months. Hopefully, Hollywood, leaves these films in the theater for big format screenings for a solid 3. That way we can keep going back over and over and over. I wanted to
Hmm.
ask you how many times you saw Endgame or Dune 2 in theaters. I saw Endgame like 4 times in theaters and I got to see it in IMAX. Like, we need to keep these films in theaters so people can go see that same format over and over again. I don't
Hmm.
want to go see it on standard. I want to go see it the way that I saw it the first time.
Yeah, I think I saw Endgame twice in theaters when it came out.
Mm.
And then I think I saw Dune 2 twice, once in IMAX, then once kind of just regular, just to see it again. It's interesting with the sale of Warner Brothers. I mean, it's going to take a long time. And if Netflix, it does go through,
Mm-hmm.
how Netflix will, they say that now they're going to do like a 40-day window. This needs to be seen in theaters. It's a
Yeah.
movie that is
Yeah.
made for theaters,
Yeah.
and people can have, like you said, you did watch the first two at home and you were immersed in the world. But I think
Mm-hmm.
when you're watching it in theaters, it's just you're entering a different experience anytime you go see a movie in a theater than at home.
Yeah.
And when you're at home, you're tempted to look at your phone. And I'm really excited for this. I think the main four of Timmy, Zendaya, Florence Pugh, and Anya Taylor-Joy is they've kind of all talked about how like they created their own little family. I think it's going to be great. I love all four of them. But yeah, it's going to be a big play. I'm curious to see if Warner Brothers or Disney do move their release date up or maybe a week later, who goes first in that in that standoff. But yeah, they're holding strong and because they're both IMAX movies, so Someone's
Yeah,
gonna have to make a move there. I think these movies are great. I think Denny knows that world very, very well, and I'm really excited. I think we both are really excited for this.
Doom Part 3.
Joe Doom Part 3. So that brings us to number two on this list, and that is Disclosure Day, coming from Steven Spielberg. I hope that guy breaks out soon. He's trying to make
Let's
these big
go.
movies,
Yeah, it's
but
kind of an up and comer. Hope
yeah,
he
he's a
does
he's a
well.
he's just a young boy trying to make movies.
He needs a big break soon, man.
But I think this is high for us. I think this is high for both of us. We have our boy Josh O'Connor in it. I think it's gonna be fantastic. It's getting the vibe of Spielberg going back to that summer blockbuster, which
Hmm.
I think he hasn't done in a while. I don't think he's done it in like since I guess Ready Player One, maybe
When did the Fablemans
2018.
release?
I think The Fablemans was a fall release, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, very excited to
Yeah,
see
November. It was a
Spielberg
November
capture
release.
that like glow during the summer. You said November.
It was a November release,
I think we're both like just thinking about Disclosure Day right now. And it's like, yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. With our top three, a lot of the conversation that we, kind of fuse together has a lot to deal with like the movie going experience. I'm really excited for Disclosure Day. Spielberg is very important to us both. I feel like he keeps us very excited for the future, which is crazy
hmm
because it's like been over like what, 45 years of film?
Yeah, 50, 50 years, yeah.
Yeah, and sci-fi. I talked about this in a previous, I think in our last film news episode, like our very last one. If you want to hear
hmm
more about like conversations about sci-fi and in the movie going experience, but sci-fi is a very specific flavor and a texture, and it can make all your senses tingle in the perfect setting. I mean, I go back to us going to the Academy Museum and going through that sci-fi immersive experience where remember both of us were like, dude, why does it smell weird in here? Like it was a smell. It was the
It smelled like a
temperature and
moldy carpet, but
yeah,
that's
it
the
was a
point. Yeah.
smell and the temperature in the air. Like, and there is something about going to the theater in the middle, right in the smack down middle of the summer. It's hot, but you're going inside of a dark theater. It's nice and chilly. There's smell of soda and
hmm
popcorn. And thinking about a Spielberg movie being on the screen sounds crazy. I'm really curious to see who the composer is going to be for this. I would hope that it's somebody that has that very bouncy adventure stuff. Like we just watched Raiders of the Lost Ark like last night, and I want that kind of vibe to it along with the sci-fi.
I just looked it up and I can tell you who the composer is. And
Wait, for real?
it is John Williams coming back to do it.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, this
Excuse my
is
language. Shut the fuck up.
it'll mark his 30th collaboration, John Williams 93.
Holy shit, dude, that
Still
makes me
coming back.
really excited.
I
Are you
think John
freaking
Williams
out
is
right now?
only a no, yeah, I think he's only never not done one of his movies, and it was Bridge of Spies because he was doing Force Awakens, I believe.
Oh
So
yeah?
then Thomas Newman came in and did Bridge of Spies.
He was still in with his boys, still in with his buddy. I mean,
hmm
it wasn't Lucas. I mean, it was Abrams, but still, he was like carrying on that. Man, this is awesome, man. John Williams in Disclosure Day, like hell yeah. Another vinyl
So
I'm gonna
yeah,
have to get.
Williams.
God damn it.
We have Williams coming back, and Emily Blunt, Josh O'Connor, Coleman Domingo's in this. Spielberg going back to like a not really War of the Worlds, but again, like that summer blockbuster thing that he's fantastic at, and I think we're
So
both gonna be there opening night.
I have a plan. I have a plan. Why don't we go see this in the morning, and then we can like have like our whole day, and like eat food, talk about it, and then go back in the evening.
I'm very much down for that. I am
Okay,
very
sounds
much down
good.
for
I'm
that.
so glad that you are down as well. And then we can wear our Spielberg shirts and
Or Spielberg
hell yeah,
shirts.
man. Dude, there's just so much excitement for 2026 right now. I'm
hmm
very excited to be doing this with you.
And that brings us to, I think, not just our number one. I think it's a lot of people's number one coming
Yeah.
out this year.
Yeah. Everybody
And that
online's number
is
one.
everybody's online this year. And that is The Odyssey coming from Christopher Nolan. We have seen the 5 minute prologue that played before Avatar. We both have, and it was incredible. There has been a trailer that has been released. It has been some discourse online about the costume design, and as always.
Discourse online? That's crazy.
And this is his first movie post Oppenheimer, him winning like two or three Oscars. I think it's going to be another major Oscar contender next year. Nolan is still keeping that summer release date. He doesn't ever really move away from July. He always kind of sticks in there. I don't know what else to say about this. Is probably the biggest movie that's coming out this year. I think
Hmm.
everyone is they did those year before pre-sale tickets and they sold out immediately, and it's kind of just
Yeah.
like everyone was complaining, I didn't get a ticket. It's like, dude, just wait like 2 days and there'll be another ticket. Don't worry about it.
It'd be multiple
Um,
screenings.
just try and see it 70 millimeter IMAX.
Yeah.
I think that's the Ludwig's coming. I don't know if the trailer score and or the prologue score that we saw, like if that's the actual score, I think Ludwig is
Hmm.
coming again once circling those Oscars. I mean, he's establishing himself as honestly probably the top working composer right now, and I think
Hmm.
people are want Ludwig to compose their score. What thoughts do you have about the Odyssey that has you excited?
I think about 2025 and how Coogler, I'm not talking Nolan yet, but I'm talking about Coogler right now. I think Coogler inspired a lot of people to take into consideration what kind of print they're going to go see whenever they
Hmm.
buy their movie ticket. And that's really cool. It's kind of like an investment in your experience. So, I mean, obviously, the 70 millimeter IMAX is going to be what we are all shooting for. But there's going to be multiple ways to check out this film. Going to see it in Dolby, going to see
Hmm.
it in an IMAX screen, the biggest IMAX screen possible. I mean, I think it's just cool that there's a lot more focus on what the experience is like at the theater. I'm really hoping that a bunch of these theater chains, there was an announcement last year that they were going to be investing millions of dollars into updating a lot of the premium screens and adding more screens across the US. As shitty as it sounds, like it was just like an announcement for the US. Like that should be a worldwide thing because these movies deserve to be seen in that format in any part of the world. People are more interested than ever, like for the biggest bang for your buck. It's no longer like, oh, I got to see this in IMAX. Well, what print? What format? Like, are you gonna go to the
Yeah.
Dolby as well? Like, you're gonna pair it? I think that AMC and Regal should be focusing on that shit really good. They should be listening to what the directors send out as far as like the sound should be at this, all of that stuff. It's really cool how there's this attention to detail and format right now. It's almost like going to the entertainment store and being like, all right, so what's the difference between this TV and that TV? Like, why I'm talking about this so much and being a nerd about it is because people are going to movies more. And that's cool. Like, yeah, you have a cool ass entertainment set at home, but also like going to see a movie with like a bunch of strangers and like that sounds fucking cool too. And like the Odyssey is gonna be great. I'm really excited for Tom Holland, Elliot Page, Zendaya, Anne Hathaway, Mia Goth, Benny Safdie, Lupita Nyong'o. It's gonna be like this massive event. And then yeah, like what you were talking about, I saw the discourse behind the armor and all that stuff. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. It's like it's
Yeah.
fantasy. Shut up.
Yeah, it's like
Shut
it's a fictional story. I can do whatever the hell I want with it.
I hate to be so curt, but it's like shut
But yeah, it's
up.
like Nolan's turned into it's kind of an event film guy. Any movie he makes now is going to be an event film, and
Yeah.
people know who Christopher Nolan is. He's established himself as in that echelon of top directors names of all time, and he'll be there
Mm-hmm.
forever. I think he's in his 50s now, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's nice to see him just tackling a
Influencing the
massive project
culture.
again. Hmm.
He's influencing the culture, guys, while not being an online guy. And I think
Hmm.
that is just the statement that needs to be said for a bunch of just small little subgroups of people who are doing the same things as we are doing is just that
Hmm.
like you can influence film culture and create community with film offline too, and there's a lot of actors following suit. I mean, I hate to keep on bringing this up over and over again. I guess I'm just kind of getting sick of it and just want to like say it on our episodes, but just like these people are getting offline because it's just so unbearable to
Hmm.
hear stuff after stuff about things they really enjoy. This is like the best part of my week. I stay offline so I don't like have to worry about like what other people say because I know that this is my happy place and I know it's your happy place too. That's why we do this. But damn, man, this one can we go see like 5 times in the week?
Oh yeah, I'm sure we're gonna go see it in every format, like 5 times. I just like to tell people that I walked past Christopher Nolan walking his dog not too long ago, and I was like,
Oh
"Hey,
yeah.
that's Christopher Nolan," and we made eye contact, and I just kept walking because I got nervous.
Hey man, at least you didn't like embarrass yourself or something. You're like, I like your dog. You should have been like,
It was like it was when
wait,
you make the eye contact of like he knows that I know who he is, but I'm just gonna keep walking.
is that how it felt whenever we walked by a
Juno Temple.
Yeah, Juno Temple?
I made eye contact with her and she looked at me and she's like, "This guy knows who I am," but I didn't say anything. I just kept looking.
Dude, you told me to like look up and I was like, what's going on? And like I see her smoking a cigarette and I was like, Dark Knight? Dark Knight?
All right, Christopher Nolan ties all back around. It ties all
Yeah.
back around. And with that, that is our top 10. I can run through them once again, just so the listeners can remember the 10 that we chose. At number 10, we have The Social Reckoning. At number 9, we have Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. At number 8, we have Toy Story 5. At number 7, we have Werewolf or Werewolf. At number 6, we have The Drama. At number 5, we have The Hunger Games, Sunrise on the Reaping. At number 4, we have 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. At number 3, we have Dune Part 3. At number 2, we have Disclosure Day. And at number 1, we have The Odyssey. Those are our 10 most anticipated movies of this year. A nice way to kick off the year with an episode of just things we're looking forward to. But before we wrap this episode up, we wanted to come in 2026 with a hot take. Tony, what is your hot take of
You're
this
making
year?
me
Or
go first?
I guess of this month, this year. I don't know. Yeah.
My hot take. We always want like to do like a little bookend thing, like something for our listeners, just a fun way to end like the episode. And I know that people in the past have liked our recommendations, so
Mhm.
shout out to the people who have reached out to say like they've watched recommendations. It means a lot. Very special. I want to keep on doing fun stuff just for the
Mhm.
listeners of our podcast. So my hot take. I don't think you're ready for it, man.
Oh
You might
yeah.
not be my friend afterward.
Oh no.
I'm just kidding. It's nothing that crazy. I'm just fucking with you. My hot take is that it is a lot more fun to talk to people who are offline about movies than it is to
Mhm.
talk to people who are chronically online with film news
Mhm.
and the film culture. Shout out to George
Hey
who was
George, if you're
talking
listening.
shout out to George who was talking to us about movies and just talking about how he didn't care if a movie was good or bad. He was just gonna go see that fucking movie, and I thought that was
Mhm.
awesome. I think during 2026, I'm gonna be talking about. I'll like air quote. I'll make up a name for him later, like a Ted, the guy that isn't online, that doesn't have Instagram, doesn't have Twitter, doesn't have any sort of social media. He just knows that he has liked movies since he went to go see Titanic when he was a kid, and that he's like, oh yeah, there's a Spielberg movie coming out. I think I'm gonna go watch that. Like I don't have like karate practice for my kids tonight. I'm gonna go watch that movie. I'm gonna be talking about that guy a lot because I think that the online world doesn't understand that there are people who are not online that go to the movies.
What?
What?
You just took my hot take right there.
What? I did? Oh shit. No. Oh no.
But to
I'm sorry.
piggyback off
Just edit it
that,
out. Just edit it out.
my hot take is, hey, people online, people outside of online also watch movies and they have
I'm so
opinions.
sorry.
That was great though. I was like,
Why are we so Dude, maybe we need I don't know. We spend too much time together. It's okay, right?
but yeah, it's kind of like we have the same kind of hot take. I think it's more of it was like a PSA, is what you say, a PSA to people online that, hey, there's people outside of film, Twitter, Instagram, film. I don't know what they call that.
Letterbox.
TikTok film, letterbox. Like, hey, just because someone's not on those apps or sites doesn't mean that they also don't have opinions on movies. And
I'm
you're,
laughing so
you're
hard.
not the only one that watches movies if you're online. So that's my hot take.
No, I'm imagining like I'm imagining someone out there that's like that went to go see like Disclosure Day or something, and then they're like, "Oh no, I didn't log it on the same day. Oh my God, I didn't watch the movie. No."
Like, yeah, I guess I'll have one more hot take just to kind
Oh
of
shit. Okay.
so to the people, this is gonna be really mean, I feel like, but to the people that log a movie on Letterbox as you're sitting in the movie theater and the credits are rolling, just wait like 30 minutes. Just let it sit for 30 minutes. You don't have to log it right away. It's fine. You can always change the date on the login when you watched it. You know you could do that, right? Like let movies sit for 30 minutes. Your opinion, you could be like, I didn't really like it that much. And then 30 minutes later, you're like, you know what? Maybe I liked it more than I thought I did. Maybe I need to see it again. You don't have to listen to me. You can say, shut the fuck up, Pat. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do that. Regardless
Yeah,
of what you think.
I mean, at the end of the day, we could just be like the old guys that are just like complaining right now.
Yeah. Old man yells at cloud.
Oh shoot, man, I miss this. I'm so excited for this year together. Just to recap what we've said before in like our last film news, I think we're both going to try to get each other to a film fest this year for the first time, and
Hmm.
I'm comfortable speaking things into existence. I mean, it'd really be cool to get a sponsor for our film news for Pat's podcast for all this stuff. If you're listening and you haven't given our episodes a review before, or want to let us know if you like listening to us or want to tell us to shut the fuck up, you can do either or.
You can
That
do
way we
all that.
know.
You can do all of that.
At the end of the day, this is like my favorite part of the week, man. Getting to talk movies with you.
It's the best. It's great to be back talking movies, and we're kicking off the new year with some great episodes coming up. So, with that, I like to say, hey, keep an eye out for future episodes in 2026. It's going to be a banger year of movies. It's going to be a banger year.
And all I would like to say is, hey, go watch a fucking movie.
Hey, go watch a fucking movie. And with that, we'll be back next week. Bye.
Bye.
This podcast is hosted and edited by Pat Brennan. That's me, with intro and closing music by Patrick Baxter.